Hey everybody, so we relocated a little waterfall that we found last time. It's a little random stop on the side of the road that we found. Right before it, there was actually like an old Roman building, but like quarter mile later, we found a sign that said waterfall. Kids were still really little, so we thought, you know, it might be cool for them because it was a hot day. And you know what, it's a hot day again today, so we decided to come re-explore the area. It's about 2 hours from Kaiserslautern. There is a bunch of other little stuff, castles, natural trails, waterfalls, and a big cave, a couple of them I guess in this area, that were used during probably Neolithic time periods for shelter. But anyway, we're gonna get to walking down this way and go rediscover where this was at, because we don't really remember a whole lot about this. So we will see here in a little bit. So this cool little rock face that we can see actually from the parking area. It's right along the walking area. It's maybe 100 meters or so down the little path. And then they have a outdoor restaurant slash drink place. Thought that was kind of cool looking to see. You see they sell ice cream and such down here. Remember, right, the walk isn't very far, but we will see. I remember you did have to go back in the woods a little bit, just not that far, I don't think. Here's the other entrance. I think we will keep on walking. So the path going up there turns left off of the road path. You do not follow the road path by the field. Instead, you get to walk up this little hill. And then it shouldn't be much further from this. I think we're down to like 0.4 of a kilometer. So it's not a far walk. Just a little bit of a nature walk. Anyway, it's a nice, pretty nature trail. All sorts of little trails off to the side from people randomly walking all over the place. But there's several other trails in the area too, so. You see it's still a pretty little route. Very well traveled route. You can hear other kids. So I think we're getting really close. See you guys in a few. As you guys can see, it's a really cool little path coming back here. You can walk up there on the top. I think there's a road that kind of follows the way. Or you can take this pretty little scenery down here where it follows along the side of the creek. It's nothing too crazy. Jess is not having any problems with her knee or anything, so it's not a difficult walk. But it is definitely worth the views. There's little spots where you can get down to the creek for the kids or whatever. And then there's apparently spots where it's been pretty muddy here recently, so there's little cubbies. But anyway, that's kind of what it's looking like along here. Last time we came here, we actually walked across this field from that path across the way, but this time we actually came down on the side of the waterfall is on. So this is the side we approach from. There's this overhang. I actually go up above this overhang, but come down underneath here. It's kind of an outgrowth of both bio and mineral items from the volcanic mixture in this area. And it just built itself over time, pokes out here along the creek, and you see all sorts of mosses and such growing off of it now. Little place, cool place for kids to be able to play, especially littler ones. And it's right here along a creek, which last time there was a bunch of kids here and they were all playing up and down the creek also. But along here, you can see like this outcropping part has actually died and it's trying to solidify into more chunks past the water. And then this side is actually another little cave up there. And this huge waterfall. So on one side of the waterfall, there's this cool staircase that goes up on top. And up there on top is actually a hard top path. I think it might actually have been the road path or the path that we seen when we were coming over here along that nice trail. But pretty sure it's an old railroad track, like they do with many old railroad tracks around here. They turn them into bike paths. So it's very nice and makes it a lot more accessible. But I didn't really see a sign that pointed out this area from up there, so you just kind of gotta know. Kind of crawled up here on the side so you can see underneath here. You can see the formation, how it still grows even underneath. Water's really cool because it does come from the springs up there, and it yeah, well, good for the kids, not for me, so, but still really cool. Well, before we leave, I went and did a little bit more research on it, what this really is. Anyway, what it's really caused from is springs in the area. They merged 3 springs together, and each one of them is really rich in lime. And when they did this, as the water falls, it creates a little layer of lime, and then the moss started growing. And as that continued to build upon itself to the point of where it is today, it says it grows about 10 centimeters a year outward. So that means since the last time we were here, it's grown about 60 centimeters, which is quite a bit. Explains why the bridge is almost taking into it. But it's still a heck of a sight, and really nice to see. Really cool water, and just a nice break from a hot day.